Hello everyone, this is Claymore Edits. Today I will respond to another of your versus requests. In this case it is Alexander Vilches who asks us, who would win in a fight, Alicia and Beth or Cassandra awakened? Remember that these videos contain many spoilers from the manga. Well, I'm assuming we'll consider Alicia awakened as well, otherwise the battle would be won by Cassandra without much difficulty. Analyzing the journey of the twins, in their first appearance we see how they face 11 reborns of higher than average level, so their ranks when they were warriors could have been around between 15 and 25, and even with that Alicia exterminated them. Without them they had no chance, and in this same fight Rubel affirms that together they are the strongest number one in history. This statement is very delicate, since depending on the interpretation given to it, the result can change a lot. Personally, I think the comparison was considering Alicia in her awakened form next to the other number one in her normal state, or releasing Yoki without being reborn. That is to say, Alicia awakened would beat Cassandra in her human form, but it does not mean that he would beat all the Abyssals. In fact, it is mentioned that his power is comparable to that of the other spawn of the Abyss, who at that time were Rafel and Isli. Later, we are fortunate to see a fight of the sisters against Rifle and Doff. The bad thing is that in that battlefield there were so many elements and foreign forces, that we could not draw an accurate conclusion from all this. For example, we see how the spawn resulting from Rafaela and Luciella wounds considerably to Rifle, subtracting great vitality. The fact that I extract from the fight is the mention that Alicia's blades are explicitly designed to cut anything. Now, Cassandra considered that she was one of the 3 strongest warriors in the entire manga, considering only the human form of all. Reviewing his exploits, he was able to defeat the awakened Roxanne with relative ease without much difficulty. Then he would simultaneously face a multitude of reborns of a very high caliber. Several of them were among the superior numbers. Despite Cassandra's power, she got in the way and finished off them. She also faced at different times the ghosts of the north that, although they had tools to face her, despite the damage the spawn of the abyss did not yield. As additional information, she was by far the most powerful within from the revived trio, Hysteria and Roxanne. Now I will proceed to give scores to measurable parameters of the opponents to have a more precise analysis. Alicia. Speed, 10. Agility, 10. She is the only Corelling whose body is not huge upon awakening, giving her extreme mobility. Undoubtedly one of its main strengths. Strength, 9. Yoki, 9.5. Destructive power, 8. Returning to the previous annotation, having reasonable dimensions, it does not challenge for massive area damage. Intelligence, 6. Intelligence in battle, 10. It is important to differentiate both parameters. Let's remember that they basically did not think about anything other than combat, so they were only intelligent in that aspect. Stamina, 8. Regeneration, 7. Both Beth and her sister, throughout the manga, received practically no damage, but when this happened, they were not able to rejoin satisfactorily. Now let's look at Cassandra's stats. Speed, 9.5. Agility, 8.5. Although in this case Cassandra is giant, it is also mentioned that her speed is unusual, especially when fighting. Strength, 9.5. Yoki, 10. Destructive power, 10. Cassandra's attacks were devastating, capable of annihilating several reborn in a single move. Intelligence, 7.5. Intelligence in battle, 8. In her human form, she was quite analytical and used her technique very well, but when she woke up for some reason, much of this was lost. She even spent her time tanking the enemy's attacks without worrying so much and focusing on attacking, which made her it saves a bit in this sense. It is the moment when she realizes that if she waited for Roxanne to throw all her blades, she would win. Stamina. Regeneration, 10. Our heads were not so resistant. There are several characters who manage to destroy them. Claire using the speedy sword practically disintegrates them, but nevertheless, I personally believe that the greatest strength of Cassandra Reborn is her extreme regeneration, since she spent creating new heads indefinitely. But it should be noted that this was largely due to the fact that Cassandra revived on Priscilla's arm. Now, what would the fight between the two be like? I'd like to say that I won't consider the fact that if Cassandra managed to hurt Beth, the connection would be affected and her chances of victory would be drastically reduced, so we'll just pretend she was attacking her sister from a safe zone. In this very difficult battle, Alicia would openly attack a Cassandra who would initially be outmatched by the twins' speed, but would be able to regenerate quickly and keep her at bay with wide attacks that would prevent Alicia from completely finishing her off. Eventually, I think that Alicia's advantage would be reduced until she was exhausted and, after an oversight, receiving critical damage from the Earth Devourer, thus losing the battle. I give Cassandra an 80% chance of victory, which would drop to 70% if Beth could hypothetically join the battle directly. This is considering the revived Cassandra, who, as I said, Priscilla's arm gave her this superior vitality. Now, making speculations, if the battle were against the original Cassandra, her only attribute that would decrease is that of regeneration, but only for this fact. She would give the victory to Alice of the Darkness with a 60% probability, increasing to 70% with Beth in the equation. It would be a very tight battle. This is so far the versus that has cost me the most to analyze and give a verdict, so I would appreciate it if you could support me with a like and subscribing to the channel to see more videos like this. Until next time. Thank you.